The Feminist Mafia with César Vidal and Cristina Seguí. Very good morning, very good afternoon, very good evening, and above all, very welcome here to César Vidal TV and to this journey that we make every weekend on a filthy, putrid, disgusting reality, which is what Cristina Seguí so aptly called the Feminist Mafia. So we hope you have put on your asbestos suit, your pest mask, and your rubber gloves, because Cristina Seguí has arrived, and let's see what she has in store for us this week. Good evening, Cristina. Where are we traveling today?
Very good evening, Don César. We are connecting from the filthy places, and never better said, this so dark. We have really gone down this weekend. Because the atmosphere, I think, is very appropriate for the issue we are going to deal with today. Again, because we are going to continue navigating the putrid waters of the trans issue. I was going to say tempestuous, but they are not tempestuous. They are putrid. The more the merrier. Because I have found this issue fascinating, well, there are two overlapping issues in time. That is to say, contemporaneous. But it is true that they are very contradictory in the arguments of the authorities to prosecute the two protagonists of this. The first case is that of Lucia Etxebarría, a very well-known writer in Spain, for those who live abroad, with whom I have absolutely nothing in common. I didn't even like her. Well, I don't like almost anybody, to tell the truth, but neither does she.
It is fine. It is very good. It is very good, that caveat. Lest they think you are friends, and that's why he mentions her.
No. We have had some problems, but in this matter of trans and non-trans, what is meat and what is fish? Fish, she has no doubts. That is to say, we are in agreement. Well, this has led her to the poor thing. We have to share demands and believe. At least, well, she's being asked for 11,000 euros. For calling a man, a trans woman with a penis and a beard who calls herself a non-binary girl.
So let's see if I have understood the bottom line. Lucia Etxebarría is being asked for 11,000 euros for calling a man a man.
A man? But not one of these men. I don't know. You go to Thailand and you see that there may be a doubt that this way, tiny, without hair, that you put a skirt on him and he looks like a wig. No, a man with a beard and hair in his ears.
And penis. And penis. You won't believe it because you are younger than me. But I knew a time when women didn't have penises.
So did I. Me too. And something I have at the genetic level, some defect. That does not allow me to assimilate.
No, neither.
I find it increasingly difficult to argue in this matter because it's not always easy for me. To argue in this matter because everything is a scientific novel, but not exactly scientific. Scientific. No, not scientific. Of course, I don't know. Spatial. I don't know. Do you remember when they used to say, I will do this when they have cows? Well, it seems easier to me that they carry cows than that this happens. Of course, it is here. Well, then, the writer has denounced the case of Marcos Ventura in her social networks, on Twitter specifically, in the heat of the trans law of the Ministry of Equality. And now she's facing this lawsuit in the Canary Islands that has been admitted by a court of first instance. You have to see, we were talking about the judges a while ago. Well, it has been admitted for processing. Of course, I see this and I say, oh shit, well, if all the chapters of the Feminist Mafia can be revised, I end up in something.
Yes, no, let's go to Alcatraz.
In Alcatraz, yes, I prefer to end up in Alcatraz.
Don't believe. Alcatraz is terrible. And it is very good, but really terrible. And very claustrophobic too.
No, I prefer to stay where I am. That's why I'm really glad that the Feminist Mafia is pay-per-view, because these people are really grabby. I mean, I don't think they'll find me here.
No, possibly not.
The protagonist and plaintiff is Armas, who, in spite of keeping a virile member like the plow anchor of a Gibraltarian fishing vessel, and has not even changed his name, defines himself as a young non-binary trans man.
Let's watch the video. You've been in activism since 2013. And I would like to ask you why you decided to take this step. What was Gamal or the LGTB circles in Las Palmas like at that time? How were those first steps you took in the world of activism? A little bit about your experience?
Well, there are a lot of questions together, but let's break them down. Well, I came to MAP out of activist vocation because I understood that there were still many things to change, because there was still a lot of LGTB phobia present in society, and I understood, therefore, that there were still many things to change. I realized I needed to contribute my work as best I could. I had to contribute what I could of my work and my effort to that task. And that is why I approached MOG for Doflin Tafrin.
Anyway, look, out of Christian charity, I'm not going to comment.
For people who trust your judgment, the top was the uncle and the bottom was the aunt. In simpler terms, this is how it goes. From now on, this is how it goes. Whoever doesn't like it will be called. Right? We don't know your thoughts. The thing is that we don't know what fascism thinks about all this. But what we do know, thanks to the publications of this girl, let's call her a girl, I don't know, occasionally, I mean, instead of a woman trapped in a man's body or marked by heteropatriarchal structural canons, the thing smells more and more like something we have already dealt with in this program, which is autogynephilia. That is to say, Noah, this is a pornographic wanker who is fond of wearing garters. And I don't know if he likes them or them or them or them or what, but this guy can't think he's a woman.
No matter how much, no matter how hard we try, no.
We remember that we already talk, we already count as in the whole world. This autogynephilia, which is a kind of paraphilia that is used by the lobbies and by the states, by the political groups, as if they were in fact transsexuals. It is used for political purposes to dramatically increase the cases of transsexuality, and thus reinforce the positions and subsidies of the collective. They usually call it as a polemic concept, when it is absolutely scientific. This is like everything. Science is polemic.
Controversial or philosophical. The mental idea of
these people's mental idea is what counts.
Well, it
then,
can be summarized as the pension of sexual gratification that arises
can be summarized
from
as obtaining sexual gratification from imagining oneself assuming female attributes, or simply making use of female clothing. Usually these guys make use of dresses, underwear, and underwear.
Cousins, or the neighbor's
The dresses, the underwear of the mother,
or the
sister, the cousin, or the neighbor whose cell phone they steal. Yes, that's right. A lot of cases. Well then, in this way a male would be attracted to himself as long as he adopted women's features, and curiously these say that they make visible, protect, and give away policies and public garments to who could be a predator hiding in the clothes of a female. Of a female? Well, the media announce her in their articles like this girl with a beard. With a beard as the plaintiff. And I am talking about right-wing media. I am talking about non-left-wing media. I am not talking about the public. I am not talking about the newspaper.es. They refer to her as the plaintiff, a well-known LGTBI activist from the Canary Islands, linked, of course, to the Socialist Party, who considers that this writer has violated her right to honor, privacy, and her own image.